Hey guys, Justin here, and welcome to another episode of Justin's Tools. Today we're going to be talking about the workhorse, the stable of the stable. That's right, a drill. This puppy is the Ryobi P214. It's an 18 volt, very similar to the caulking gun that we reviewed last month. So very cool product here, and really if you're going to have one tool, one motorized tool, battery, electric, whatever it is, it really should be a drill. And this, a lot of people say, is a drill, so that's a really cool thing right there. Couple cool points I want to point out about this bad boy, because that's what these reviews are all about. We're going to start at the front. Now this is a keyless chuck. Okay, so really bright. Okay. Keyless chuck, right? So when you want to change out your bit, you simply hold the chuck like this and pull the trigger in the reverse position if you're removing, in the forward position, of course, if you're adding. And the little clamps will adjust based on what you're doing to either release or add a new tool, or bit, I should say. just a bit. All right, let's see. Moving over here, of course, we have the three primary settings. So we have the drill setting, and that's basically just for drilling, I guess. And then here we have the driver setting. Now this is adjustable based on the position of the clutch. So I need another hand. Let's see if we can do this with knees. There we go. So, okay. So if we have the clutch turned to this position, I guess, and you try to, hang on. So you'll use very little resistance to cause it to slip. You can adjust that resistance to be stronger, but it will slip, and therefore, if set correctly, of course, not strip your bits. What the fuck is going on over here? And then lastly, of course, we have the hammer setting. So in the hammer setting, while spinning, of course, it's also going to kind of go like really quickly, and that's going to be great for any concrete or masonry bits that you need to use to really drive those puppies home. And whether they're puppies or bad boys, they're going to get driven home. Here we have the speed control. Of course, 2 is going to be for your general drilling, and you can hear the speed. And then 1, that's going to be for things where you need, come on, things where you need more torque but less speed, and you can hear that. Well, that sounds just as fast, but it's not. Hang on. Just trust me on that one. And then over here on the side, of course, we have the reverse or forward. So if you're going in or coming out, you're going to go reverse or forward. And the middle position is a pretty cool thing, and not a lot of people know about this, but in the middle positions, so neither out nor in, the trigger is locked, so you can't accidentally drill a hole in your wall unless that's like in that position. A couple other cool features about this bad boy. Of course, here you can see this little hole here. With that, you can insert a cross member, and that gives you something to hold on here for ultimate force, especially when you're using that hammer setting. All right. And then, of course, my favorite feature is the battery. It uses a battery. It's the same 18-volt lithium that we use in the caulking gun. So you can just swap back and forth. You can caulk and drill, caulk and drill, caulk and drill over and over without having to have multiple batteries. A couple cool features about this battery, by the way. If you notice on the front here, you see the level of Wi-Fi. So if you press this button, I don't have a very good Wi-Fi connection right now, but I know that, and otherwise I wouldn't know that, and that's not something that I like to not know about things. And then, of course, here we've got our standard kind of basic Phillips and flathead bit, and that can just live in this little carrier, or of course it can live you know, up here when inserted properly. We've also got a little magnet so you can put your little screws or your little bits there, and look at that. Like a lot of magnets these days, this will hold on to certain types of metal and seemingly defy gravity. So it holds it there with the power of magnetism. And not a lot of people know how that works. We're still, you know, the science is kind of still out on it, but we know that it does work, and that's really what matters here. And then lastly, of course, we've got a little headlight. Ooh, that's bright. So when you're screwing something in, let's see if we can, I don't know if you can see that. Anyway, it's a light. Oh, there you go. Look at that. It's a light, so it illuminates the path forward so you know when, where, and how to drill. Overall, great tool, and really it's probably going to be the most used tool in your toolbox. And you know, I realize this review was a little bit longer, but when it comes to this bad boy, you really got to get into the details and the intricacies and the idiosyncrasies to make sure you've really kind of covered everything. So if you're ever in the market for a drill, get this drill, because it's what I have, and I think that would be a really great choice for you. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Please leave a comment if you enjoyed the video, if you have any suggestions for our next tool review. And in the meantime, keep tooling.